I'd like to welcome you guys to this week's report. Today is Thursday, the 16th of November. Kind of middle of a little stormy section here of weather. First actual real rain we've had this season. And if you guys notice that I'm squirming around a bit, it's because my lower back's a little bit out of whack from too much limping around in preparation of this knee replacement. So day after tomorrow I get it done. I'm happy about that, and I really wish my back didn't hurt, but it is what it is. So as far as this weather goes, there's not really a lot of wind at all until Sunday. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, the weather looks decent other than the rain. And tomorrow doesn't really look like a whole lot of rain, but Saturday does look like we're going to have some. But if you're dying to fish, you might be able to go out Saturday. Sunday, I'd probably not go. It's going to be post-frontal and windy. So in the areas like along the beach where it's not too windy, the fish don't really seem to like that post-frontal system. So you might want to hold off a day or two. And if you can, get out next week before Thanksgiving or on Black Friday. We've got great weather all week long and into the weekend. So, plenty of good fishing options still available. I don't think this little bit of wind we're getting is going to totally screw up our fishing here. It's only one day's worth, so let's head up to the Channel Islands. That fishing up there is fully in rockfish mode now. Sound like a broken record again. The boats that are fishing shallow in the morning, getting sheephead and whitefish, and then heading out deeper and getting rockfish are doing really well. I got these pictures here from the Aloha Spirit last weekend. They have trips online this weekend again, weather permitting. And I'm sure they'll have trips after Thanksgiving as well. Really good grade of reds, just nice quality rock fishing up there. So always a good option. Finally got some coverage at Clemente. My friends Gary Reyes and Mike Stemmerich went over there on Saturday or Sunday and reported pretty good bass fishing. They got fish on a variety of baits, variety of presentations. The fish they got in the kelp were all on the Pearl weedless swim bait and the Reyes swim bait, 5-inch bait on a lead head. I think he fishes those. Drawing a blank here. My friend Nick from Cast Crank Podcast makes them. And actually, Viking head, sorry. Jeez. I actually have one color named after us. I couldn't remember it. So they did good on that. And he said that when they fish the boiler zone, he makes a new creature bait. It's been really, got a lot of nice bites this trip. And it's a really good looking bait. Looks real durable. Not like some of the ones where you have fish swim, a couple feet from it and the legs fall off. But, yeah, I'm not affiliated with Reyes swim baits at all, but I talk about MC a lot, so I might as well talk about another friend who I know makes good bait. Both Mike Stemmerich from Pearl and Gary Reyes from Reyes swim baits make nice baits, and you can get them in shops. I know that Mike's Pearl swim baits are available at Performance Tackle in Los Alamitos, and you can find Gary's baits at the LA Fishing Alliance, Young's Tackle, and Fisherman's Access. Funny anecdote to their trip to Clemente, they had a black sea bass around that ate one of Mike's fish and got hooked, and one of the calicos used one of them. So he had quite a battle there. In the second little video here is, I talk about taking an athletic stance while fishing. He's definitely not in one here, but I can imagine just, you got that heavy weedless gear, 65-pound braid, probably a 60-pound leader. It's not like you just break the thing off. So they got to close the boat a few times. I guess they finally either spit the hook or broke him off. So Catalina got some coverage this weekend as well. I know that Benny Florentino was over there with a couple of reps from Shimano trying out some new prototype baits. They had good bass fishing over there. My friend Jack Soul went over there on Friday. I saw him at the launch ramp in the morning, but I don't know how he ended up doing it. I didn't talk to him afterwards. But, these offshore conditions make for good fishing over there sometimes. So if you're thinking about doing something next week, run a cat might not be a bad idea. So an interesting Catalina news, I got a post from here from my friends at Sika Sport Fishing who got a 11-pound calico cat. I mean, that's just a fish of a lifetime, and really cool to see that great a fish swimming around there and still swimming around there. Congratulations to those guys on getting that one. Really nice fish. Yeah, this time of year, and weather, everything else, really hasn't been a lot of coastal coverage. I know that Benny from Coastal Charters was out at at PV the other day as well with Scott Manson. They had some calico bass. I'd imagine that area is still biting. You know, when I went rock fishing, we still had like 66-degree water. So I think as long as it maintains that, you know, 62, 63 and above, PV should keep biting, as well as most of the coastal zones. Jimmy went and fished the Newport Pipe and some shallow stuff down in Newport on Monday, I think, with his son Briggs, and they said they had pretty good bass fishing on fish at 3 pounds. So there's that for you, you know. Even if this weather, you know, blows things out, there are options. You know, Newport Harbor's still biting. My friend Ron Matro fishing there over the weekend said really good fishing, and you can tell by the pictures he's still out in that summertime zone. That water hasn't cooled down too much. Good grade of fish. He said it was really good fishing for this time of year there. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend to stay out of the weather, Newport Harbor might be a good option, or any of the harbors near you. So rock fishing again on Friday, and we fished a 14-mile bank this time. And again, it took a while to find areas that had the type of fish we wanted to catch. But once we dial it in, we did get just shy of limits. I think I don't know if the tide changed or what happened, but they went from biting really good to just not biting at all. And we had plenty of fish. After a couple dry drops, we just called it a day, but I think we ended up like 18 out of 20. Mostly big Floridas and really nice sized chilies. I mean, our biggest chili was probably close to 5 pounds, 4.5 pounds, something like that. I didn't take any photos. I got this video. What do you think, Matt? Hard work, you're fishing cod, huh?
It's the best.
Yep. Only way to go.
Yep.
Close to limits. Fishing one rod. All my thick fish. Couple more coming up. But that just shows you how easy rock fishing is with those electric reels, man. It's hard to beat. I'll be doing a little breakdown on the tackle here after my knee surgery one day, talking about what I'm using, and I'm not. Again, it's not even the reels aren't even sold in the United States. They're a Japanese domestic market. So pretty awesome way to catch rockfish. You know, we fished 700. Yeah, I'd say we fished 600 to maybe 850 feet, and you're using, you know, a 24-ounce weight and 30-pound braid. A little 400 size reel is pretty cool. So offshore, when we're coming back from our trip on Friday, we got a text from my buddy Eric Taguchi, who got a nice deep drop sword out of San Diego on his boat. That sword fishing down there is pretty damn good this year. It's I would say it's as good as it's been ever, which there's not a very long history of it. You know, we just started doing it more like 5-6 years ago, but it's the best it's been since that first year. And I know that Bight Sport Fishing is running open party trips out of San Diego, and there might be other guys doing it as well that I don't know about. But if you want to do it on your own boat, like I always recommend, I'd go out with an expert first, figure out the tackle you need, figure out the technique, figure out where to go and how to do it. The tuner is still biting. I don't think anybody's out there right now, but I don't see how this little bit of weather we're having here is going to have any effect on them. And a little bit of wind we're having Sunday, unless it ends up being a lot more wind than forecast, I don't think it's really going to mess up things too much. Earlier this week, boats were doing real well, mix of yellowfin and bluefin, good grade of yellowfin, nice sized bluefin, not those great big ones, just, you know, nice catchable ones. Everything from the overnight boats out of Long Beach to the overnight boats out of San Diego, even the full day boats out of San Diego have been in them recently. A lot of those boats are coming offline or not fishing tuna anymore because they don't have the passenger interest in going. But that doesn't mean these fish aren't still here and biting. So I'd wait till after the wind on Sunday and see what happens to water temperatures, but I wouldn't be too surprised if after a couple days those fish bounce back up. But yeah, that's about it. I hope to have a report next week. If I don't, it's because I'm still recovering from my knee surgery, or it might just be one from me sitting at my desk. I'll try and share whatever information I can. And I hope you guys all have a good weekend, and good luck if you fish. And if I don't talk to you, have a great Thanksgiving.